Yeah, folks, Wade Wilson is Marvel Snap's newest card, currently available via the Grand Arena game mode. Now, this one had crazy low expectations coming into this month. I looked at multiple card reviews, myself included. Tons of people had this guy rated as their worst card of the month. So the question becomes, is he really that bad, or has he exceeded those expectations? Well, I actually think he's okay. I don't think he's nearly as bad as people anticipated. Now, I want to tell you right now, I think this deck I made you today is pretty bad. It's a bit more of a fun idea deck than a good deck, but I have seen some data already on Wade Wilson popping up on Untapped. People are just, tossing this into a handful of different Destroy decks where he kind of makes sense. Obviously, Deadpool is probably the most obvious example. This is Wade Wilson, Deadpool, and if you filter a Deadpool out of your deck, give it some bonus power that can help you get on that Deadpool train. It is a little later than you'd like often, since you're kind of pulling it on turn 3 usually, and then maybe not destroying the Deadpool until even later than that. But it seems fine. Like, the data, it's okay. It's maybe a little worse than decks without him, but honestly not much worse so far. So he seems like, if you want to play this in Deadpool, probably okay. We've also seen some Morgan Le Fay experimentation since she got buffed in this week's over-the-air update. I even myself tried to play a Morgan Le Fay deck. I did not have much luck with this list personally, but I've seen some other people running this style of deck to some degree of success. Again, Wade Wilson seems totally fine. This deck I've built for you is not totally fine. I think it's kind of bad. I did actually technically have a 6-5 run with this one the first half of my recording, and then I went on to just get some extra Wade games, which I don't have the data because I was just retreating if I didn't have Wade in my opening hand, because I was just trying to get some highlights, which, by the way, did not happen. I cannot get a good Wade game out of this deck to save my life, just to give you a warning. But it was a really fun idea I wanted to explore, where Wade Wilson could maybe cheat out a really high-powered card, like Ebony Maw, the biggest one-cost card in the game. And then you have Airwalker, which can cheat out a really big 4-cost card with Atuma, which obviously plays nicely into a Destroy deck package. And then Sabretooth is a free card, and Angel is a free card, and, kind of playing with free stuff to see if you can just overwhelm opponents with all those free stats on board. Death did not make sense in this deck, by the way. It just doesn't have enough Destroy often enough. There aren't like a lot of 1-drops feeding in to make Death really cheap. So even though she would thematically fit, just never got down to 0 and wasn't actually free. So this deck kind of worked. Like I said, I went 6-5. I won some games. I will say, for the sake of this video, it seems like all the games I won did not include Wade Wilson, and Wade Wilson contributed to a lot of losses. So I think the Ebony Maw idea is fun in theory to cheat out a bunch of power, but it just kind of makes Wade a slightly better Bucky Barnes, and it's not like Bucky's a particularly good card. Ebony Maw, on the other hand, is really risky, and you have to lock in your power too soon. So a fun idea, I just don't think a good one. That doesn't mean Wade's a bad card, though. I just built a weird deck. I think Wade's totally okay. Not great, but also not as bad as we expected, which it's a good spot for the card to be. If you want to add this to your collection, you can probably have some fun with him. Toss him into your deck. Don't expect him to be the star. Don't expect anything crazy. Maybe even expect your win rate to go down a little bit, but still completely fine and okay thing to play if you'd like. That said, we're still going to see some fun games and some silly moments with this Wade Wilson free stuff deck. Olympia, very fun. I mean, I guess it makes my deck tutoring a little less valuable, but we don't care. We'll take it. Hey, Zachary, what's up? Zachary, I need a fun Wade Wilson game. Can you hook me up, Zachary? I realized I recorded a lot of videos, and I had not a great win rate, but a positive win rate. But I realized there's no Wade Wilson games, except the ones I lost. Which, I mean, hey, there's the boy. There's the boy. I think actually you still play Wolverine first. You kind of want Wade to get hit later, technically, right? You don't want to hit the Ebony Maw too soon, in theory. Way Out Room, we can actually fill up without risk, I guess. Airwalker also has some play here. I think you still go Sabretooth for now, though. I don't have any good eaters except Lady Deathstrike right now. I really wanted Deathlock in this deck too, but I didn't know. I don't know. I think realistically, Angel is actually more of a problem than a help. I thought I needed Angel to protect kind of the. Oh, God, dude. Why is Curve so hard, dude? If I go Lady Deathstrike here, it doesn't even hit Demon. Deletes the hood, but they might bounce anyway. Just thinking about like what my next turn looks like, right? I kind of now wish Sabretooth wasn't with the other guys. Oh, this turn sucks, man, because I have no good null. Yeah, I don't think you can play Wade, right? I think you gotta hit a Tuma here off the top, or maybe Lady Deathstrike. I don't know. Okay, so Morgan Le Fay incoming. By the way, I tried Wade in a Morgan Le Fay deck, and it was the exact same story. Like, it was fine. You know, across the board every time, it's been fine. But he didn't help the deck. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't help. Like, it was fine. It was fine. He's been totally fine. I know what other way to... This looks like a Dormammu Morgan Le Fay deck, actually. They're getting a great start, by the way. They have tons of energy, so... If you go Deathstrike here, you pull out a Tuma is the problem, and then a Tuma kills your Deathstrike, right? So you want to go Venom. I guess you throw a Wade in here. You might actually go Lady Deathstrike mid next turn. You really wish you had one extra energy. We're going to get a Tuma left. Venom's big enough, that's not a problem. Dormammu is a freaking monster. Wherever he goes, obviously he's going to win. It kind of feels like that's going to be left flip, although they need 2 cards, so it kind of has to be mid. Is there any chance I get priority here? No, because if I got priority, I could delete their cards before the Dormammu was able to be summoned and then make a cool play, right? But I don't think... Well, if Wolverine had gone mid, actually... Wait, he still could with a Tuma, right? If a Tuma sends Wolverine mid, we might actually get priority here. Go mid! Go mid! And then we can Lady Deathstrike the 2 cards here so that they can't... Bro, are you kidding me? Does this work? It depends on X23, I guess. Oh, if X23 rolls away, dude, we can actually win this. Oh my God. Will it be 21 left? Well, I mean, to be fair, they can do it elsewhere. They don't have to do it mid, is the thing. Like... Also, they just have like a million 1-drops too. If they do it left, I just don't think we ever have the points, right? We're gonna have basically 25 points. So that doesn't work. If they do it mid, this might work. We might. Oh my God, there's so many cards. I don't know if we can ever win now that I look at it. And actually, she's guaranteed to go back mid. No, they filled every other location. No, how come every time I get a cool Wade game, it's cooked every time. Dormammu is definitely going mid, and he was definitely big enough that it... Oh, he's going left. How big are we? Hold up. The problem is that Tuma's deleting either 3 or 4 power. I think he's big enough that we get beat here. Wait a minute. Oh no! Why did you put the death there with the Dormammu? I guess they were just trying to go big right and big left, which makes sense. God dang. Every time I get a cool Wade game. I mean, none of the games are that... I mean, none of it's that cool, to be honest. But, you know, in theory, it's cool. Like, this was another cool Wade game. All my Wade games are losses in this video. Hey, wish I had my death. I think I probably mentioned in the intro. Death. I tried in this deck. You don't destroy enough cards, right? We don't have, like, the Killmonger package to destroy enough stuff. If only Angel were in deck, I feel like every time I get a good... you know... a chance to get a good free card out of the deck, I instead have it in hand. Like we always draw, like we'll draw Ebony Maw before Wade Wilson, right? We drew a Tuma before Airwalker. Hey, we drew the Wade Wilson. Oh my God, I'm wrong. Oh, yeah, no, we'll take a Destroyer all day, dude. Makes Null bigger. If we can win here, this would be amazing. We do win here, nice. Wolverine gets a hit. Perfect. Tuma can go right with Sabretooth as well if we want. Or Wolverine, whoever. So then you'd play Wade on 5, maybe left with Wolverine and hope to find a Venom to eat Sabretooth and Wade. And Ebony Maw, thankfully, still in the decks. This might actually be a legitimate way to cheat out some points, which is really nice. Pixie's always scary. Hood is always scary. I need either of my eaters. No! I had a good game going, opponent. No! I guess losing Destroyer put them too far behind. I mean, maybe I had a good game going. If I drew Carnage or Venom, I had a good game going. Maybe you put Wade right anyway. I don't know. That's just such an overkill on points, so you don't really need to. Okie dokie. We got Bucky Barnes. Ebony Maw's in hand for Wade Wilson. Nexus could be insane for Null, actually. Yeah, do we load up other dudes there first? I mean, we can always condense down with Venom either way, I guess. So maybe we go like Bucky, Sabretooth, Carnage. Maybe a Wade fits in there sometime too. Who knows? Oh no, Ebony Maw might be pretty bad though. We don't want to do that actually. Till the end at least. Oh, not Null, please. Not Null. Not Null, please. Having one of those days in Marvel Snap, man, I gotta tell you, dude, like without Null, it's gonna be a lot harder to win this. I mean, Carnage Venom is still good at stacking power. Dude, I'm having a day in Marvel Snap. It's been a frustrating day. I can't seem to get good wins. Wade is just the problem. Like, let's be clear. Angel now actually a little bit of a problem too. Maybe we just destroy it for free. We got 2 energy anyway, right? Well, that is less power than if I Venom it away, so never mind. No, let's let it go in. There's 3 cards there. We can do Venom. Oh, well, that does mean you lose a Sabretooth cycle though, right? Yeah, we don't want to lose a Sabretooth cycle because there's going to be 2 Sabretooth Venom. Yeah, okay. No, it's better to eat for the sake. I want to weave in the Sabretooth into the Venom next turn. Otherwise, we're running out of space, right? I mean, like, we're still theoretically pretty good at Nexus with Venom, so I'm not going to be too mad. It's just that Null would have been completely insane. Morbius is also kind of insane. Bullseye is kind of insane. This pulls the Ebony Maw in, but that cooks you, right? You don't want that right now. I guess next turn I want to play Death Strike to delete that Bullseye. That could win us the game for sure. That would actually be incredible, yeah. Atuma would also just be kind of big. Otherwise, I think we're literally just playing Spectrum. I don't think there's anything better. That is the coolest Colleen Wing. Gotta hit that Bullseye maybe, man. I don't know what they're planning mid, but it's scary. Colleen again hitting another Swarm. Okay, gotta hit that Bullseye, dude. Good news is I don't have a lot of bodies for Bullseye, but I'm extra worried about Gambit right now. Oh my god, we hit the Lady Death Strike. I'm actually the greatest player in the world. Oh my god, yes! Yes! Wade Wilson here to join the party just as he's an onlooker. A random onlooker. What are these 2 tiny little stripes above him there? Guys, I don't know if you'll be able to see that on even a big screen, but he's got 2 tiny little lines above his card. Wonder if that's a Wade thing or a board thing. MODOK, actually still pretty scary, but without the Bullseye to cycle a second time here, I think we'll be okay. The second cycle would have been another 14 power on Morbius, right? So if this gets to like 21, basically, the second cycle would have cooked us. It did get to 21. So we would have had a tie mid and a loss right and left, actually, I think, if they hit that Bullseye. Oh, that's not even accounting for the debuffs. We also would have had 6 debuffs, so we would have gotten murdered, yeah. Deathstrike absolutely winning this game. Not even close. All right, Bucky, Wolverine, all good dudes to get going. Atuma's a little better for Wolverines. Maybe we play... Oh, do we go for the Wade? Yeah, let's build a big spot, dude. Let's go like Wade, Wolverine... and then Bucky Venom or Bucky Carnage, maybe. I don't know. Like, I love it. Let's go in, dude. I haven't had a Wade yet, really. Raph, that would be fun to go to as well. Ooh, Lady Deathstrike could actually be even more insane because we might catch the chamber before it buffs. Oh, we're definitely going to, right? There's no way they go on it on turn. Well, I mean, do we just go now? Maybe we just go now. We can get Bucky later. Who cares, right? So this is actually going to pull in Ebony Maw, Angel. It would be really, I'll say it would be really nice to have the Bucky in the mix. Because, you know, if you're going to lock yourself out with Ebony Maw, I don't think Chamber's going off this turn. Do you ever Venom over here? Like, why would you do that, right? That feels weird. So maybe, but I want to get the Bucky down this turn and I don't want to waste. So I'd have 7, 7, 3, and 7 next turn. I mean, Venom Ice Cube just makes no sense. I think we wait. I'm gonna greed the Lady Deathstrike here, just to get one more card down. Raft is super scary though. Don't tell me Chamber goes off this turn, please. Don't tell me. We're gonna have priority, so that's good news. Oh, Wave, that doesn't really change much for me, does it? Ebony Maw, even if it's drawn, is fine, but god dang it, I was gonna say if it's drawn, it sucks because you don't draw another card. Like, that's one less chance to find Null. Like, part of the upside of this deck is that you get to find your cards more readily, right? It's like you're pulling them out of the deck so you don't draw them. But we drew both Angel and Ebony Maw. Like, if these were still in deck, I'd still benefit from them, but I'd also have like Null and Sabretooth in hand. You know what I mean? I don't know. This like float I did is now making me super nervous. I need Wolverine to go left, honestly, maybe. Since in priority, we know we're gonna catch the Chamber, so that's good, but it's so hard to win anywhere else. They have so many big cards potentially. Especially if they already commit a card left here on turn 5. That gives them the ability to recommit on turn 6 and then have, you know, even more chances here. Does Angel still fly out? Wolverine there. Okay. Oh, no, this was actually right. We didn't want Wolverine left. I don't think he could go left, actually. So does 25... Oh, 25 with Doom actually does probably hold. Okay. Okay. Does Wolverine re-roll mid here, dude? We need him to bad. Wolverine re-roll mid. I mean, 18's a lot either way, to be honest. 18's a lot either way. It's not bad. It's not bad. But if Wolverine re-rolls mid, you're talking about, you know, 25. That seems insurmountable. This might be kind of insurmountable anyway. I don't know. Doctor Doom is a pretty weak development. Cool to see another Chamber deck, by the way. I haven't seen Wave in the Chamber decks yet. I haven't really seen Doom either, I feel like, but it's cool. Kind of makes sense with Doom, because like no matter where your Chamber is, that's one more body. You know, it's still one per card on a Chamber buff, but it's kind of more flexible positionally speaking. That said, I think the deck kind of wants to go taller. Oh my god, they went 2 left. There's no way they can get to 25, right? There's no way they can get to 25. I forgot we also have Crown City. There's no way you get to 25. There's no Scar. What could it possibly be? Oh, I forgot about the raft. No, I forgot about the raft. Oh my god, they also had a Null? Unbelievable. Valentina Null. This is the second time this week I've got a Null randomly generated. I guess the other one was off the raft, which that feels worse than the Valentina for some reason. Oh, I mean, it didn't really matter what it was. Anything with 2 power was gonna beat me. So Valentina pretty much always did, unless it was like Hobgoblin or something. Oh my god, dude, they pumped crazy numbers out here. Could I have won right? Well, it didn't matter. I wasn't gonna win mid in that case. Wow, what a tough loss. That was our first good Wade Wilson game, though. He actually felt pretty great. But the deck just put out numbers against us, so no luck. But that was a good Wade. I'm proud of you, Wade. You get to get upgraded for blue for that. The Abbey, if only I had... Dude, this deck is so low curve. It's so low curve. I have the most expensive hand right now for it. Come on. We have so much cheap stuff, dude. I would take an Angel even. Bucky's fine. Airwalker doesn't really want to go with Bucky, though, because of Atuma deleting Winter Soldier, so we probably need to play Sabretooth. Uh-oh, not Null. Not Null. Anything but Null. Okay, Airwalker actually kind of okay. Sabretooth's fine too. This is kind of dead unless I find a Wade. I don't really need the Airwalker back. Opponent lost Cosmic Ghost Rider, which pretty good news that they lost that. That could actually disrupt me a fair bit. Wolverine, Bucky. I'd probably honestly, oh god, probably honestly destroy those things before that really becomes a relevant concern, but you know, theoretically. Okay, Atuma's actually a great hit. And I totally knew about Asteroid Imp, don't you worry. I was just playing for Abby, guys. That is actually true, but I did forget about Asteroid Imp. Or perhaps I don't even think I acknowledged its existence. It's probably not right to say I forgot. It's probably more correct to say I didn't see it. Blob. Oh my god, it is turn 4, sir. You've made a huge mistake. That is a 6-cost card, not a 4-cost card. I'm not a fan. I mean, I'm setting up into a null, but I kind of want the null to go left weirdly, right? So maybe you do this, because Atuma causes you some problems otherwise, right? So your goal here is to play null plus Sabretooth next turn. Oh, Isan we can probably just ignore. Like we said, go left and mid here. I think the opponent will probably give mid, although they might not mean to with Asteroid M. You know, like Asteroid M can be some problem. If we trust null, which is not a crazy thing to trust, you could maybe, well, I guess Sabretooth's going mid anyway, so I don't really have a choice, do I? I don't really have a choice. I have to trust null because he's going mid regardless. I mean, I guess if the opponent turns off mid, I mean, this is a 21-point swing and this is a 17-point swing, so like theoretically he's better here anyway from a point swing standpoint. It depends a little bit on how the opponent decides to like double down or not, but this was a really good, honest destroy game. I don't know if it's a coincidence that Wade is the last card in the deck. Is that telling us something? Holy crap, they actually did not have enough. I guess they didn't have a choice with Shaw. I don't think this is a bot, because I don't think they ever have those portraits, right? Is there some card here, Dr. Doom or something? Oh, they thought they had it mid, but the Sabretooth mid holds. Definitely not a bot. They were just playing for the Dr. Doom. Maybe they, in fact, dumped the Shaw because it increased the odds of Doom, you know, like wanted to make sure they maximized Doom getting hit by Isan, or maybe even guaranteed it. Oh, it's the last card in hand. It was literally guaranteed. Wow, what a sick play, but Sabretooth holding it down. Draw a card, let's go. Give me Wade. No, that's not a Wade. Idiots. Oh my god, dude, why does the game hate when you click the cards? There's Wade. Nice. Yeah, do we put Wade in first? Sure, why not, man? Wade and Airwalker together is not maybe the best idea, because that leads you a little too hard into Atuma. Like I don't know, like thematically the Airwalker Atuma is like right on for us, you know. It's a perfect thematic kind of play. In reality, it is kind of like Atuma's kind of conflicting with a few of the leftover bodies we like to leave behind, you know. 2-drop plus Carnage next turn is pretty good. The question is, do you go Wolverine or do you go... I don't know yet. Electro Valentina. Okay, everybody playing chamber decks. I think if that's gonna be like, if you're gonna have a most popular deck, I actually think it being a chamber deck is kind of okay. I'm like kind of fine with that, right? Like it's strong, but it's kind of cool, you know. It's not the same sort of thing we've always had, so I think I'm happy about that. I like that Enchantress is sort of small. There's our Ebony Maw. So we are locked in mid, I will say. Like, kind of sucks. Like, it's big, but, you know, is it enough? It doesn't feel like enough because they can just put 7 points there and win. So that's kind of tough. Maybe I shouldn't have locked us into Baxter Building now that I think about it. Like, that's such a sick play, right? To have 26 points already. It's really cool, but it really, really locks you in. This plays well for Atuma, or excuse me, for the Null top deck. Is Atuma ever better for that? No, not really, right? Because you want that Wolverine floating around, I think. I think we're just always gonna lose mid though, so it's like I gotta be 4 points stronger in that next best spot. That's the issue. And Null can definitely do that. Like, we know Null can flip, and Sabretooth's flexibility is really nice. Can Null beat an Isan location with Sabretooth? But it's not just beating an Isan location, it's actually beating it by even more. And the answer is no, it's already too small. 16 is just not enough. We're at 21, but they're gonna flip to 21 as soon as they win mid, which is pretty much guaranteed. And then of course Isan's gonna flip it back. So I think this is 100% loss, but we might as well try, I guess, for whatever reason. Maybe they Killmonger or something and Ebony Maw does a fun thing. Oh my god, it's so close, dude. It's so close. If Wolverine rolled left, I think we would have won, man. If Wolverine rolled left, we might have been able to hold it. That's crazy. I guess maybe we would have been a little more exposed right though, because we would have only had a 7-point lead. Like Vision right could have flipped as well. Well, no, Vision had to go mid though to flip. So, oh, that's a tough game, dude. I think I shouldn't have locked in Baxter Building early. I think that was a mistake. I think I should have played elsewhere because you know, it did end up being my strongest location, so there was like kind of an argument that it was right, but hey, you know what? Sure. Yeah, let's do it. It's a little exposed, but I got other ways to spend mana. Energy, it's all good. Morbius. Corvus Glaive Morbius. Second straight discard deck we've played. Limbo. Ugh, I don't know that's good. I feel like we have pretty hard diminishing returns after a minute or two, right? Like, we can only go so far. Wolverine with a null down early too is honestly a little bad. I was kind of hoping I could maybe destroy a key target with a Death Strike, but it's already too late. We missed the window. Angel, I think you actually put it in. Camelot null's pretty good, honestly. That's fine. Oh, Hela even. Okay, maybe that's good news. Maybe they don't actually have that much stuff, right? Let's go. Do we go Carnage first? We could wait on a Bucky or a Wade, but I don't know. We're gonna have enough energy. Even if I get like a Sabretooth later, I'll be able to weave it in probably fine. So hopefully Wolverine rolls back mid, because I want to Venom the Carnage to, you know, to juice Null as much as we can. If Wolverine goes right, he's kind of stuck, honestly. The way everything has gone for me today, man. Like, everything today has gone bad in Marvel Snap. I'm having one of those days where it's just really frustrating. I think it's got to be this, though, right? Now right is 100% locked in. It's just about winning the next spot, which suddenly might look like left. But then they can maybe even just hard play that Apocalypse at some level. Null's getting buffed. Deathstrike's getting nerfed. Wolverine's staying the same. So we're kind of getting a nice little spread. Big lead there. APOC, the only card in hand, huh? So it's like I need to pressure them mid is the weird part, right? This deletes my Atuma, which is a waste. Like, it's just a waste. I guess if I do this, I get an Atuma, and then I have a, yeah, I actually have a 12 power Venom, so it doesn't destroy the Venom. Okay, so that's good news. But now my top deck is always just completely useless, and I have to hold mid, which, I mean, isn't impossible because Zombie Power Man is going to be turned off. Like APOC, you know, could be hard played, but then I just float a card left maybe. Oh my god, Khonshu, what's that gonna be? Oh my god, Khonshu Modok. Oh, 20 power APOC. Okay, so I mean, they just play the APOC mid and win. It's that simple, dude. They just play APOC mid and win the game. That is so frustrating. I did not get a card big enough to win left. I need, or even Tyler. Oh, they don't know that though. Oh, saved, completely saved. Oh man. All right, kind of clunky hand. I got a lot of free stuff in hand, you know, but it's just clunky. Agony. We don't have Killmonger in this deck, so I can't delete Deadpools easily at all. Valhalla. It's kind of okay with like Venom, Bucky stuff, I guess. Eat the Bucky and the Winter Soldier. I don't know, man. What is my thumbnail for this video going to be, by the way? Like, what is Wade Wilson going to be connected to? Bucky? Never done a Bucky or Winter Soldier thumbnail, I don't think, in my life. You could do a pretty cool Winter Soldier, maybe. I don't know, though. It'd be hard. Because you want, like, the samurai swords and stuff, and that pose is pretty dramatic. I mean, you could put Wade's face on Winter Soldier, but that's about it. It would be pretty boring indeed. Yeah, I guess I prefer Sabretooth for now, because you don't want Airwalker mixed in with Winter Soldier. Because of Atuma. I had Crossbones in here originally, but I was like, no, Atuma has too much upside with Wolverine and Sabretooth, right? Like, if you're going to cheat a big four, which is the idea, cheating a big four. We're cheating a big one, we're cheating a big four, we're cheating a tiny 2/3 Angel. You know, it's not cheating stats into play for free. Atuma just makes too much sense to pass up, I think. So this is clearly a merge deck, which we have just no way to interact with at all. We're going to get completely murdered here. Venom was our best hit. It's actually going to eat the Angel as well, which is kind of cool because of Valhalla. So this is exactly what we were talking about, right? Like planning the Venom out. But again, how do we ever beat, if they have Man Spider, we're just, you know, we're on a different plane of existence. They're on the plane of 40, 50, 100 power cards. Or on the plane of, you know, 20, 20, 20 or something. Null, you know, in theory, a Null. If we had a Shang-Chi, I actually think Shang-Chi would be kind of an interesting card to put in this deck. It'd actually be kind of sick to have that as your 4-drop for Airwalker. But, you know, Airwalker, I want to have a tight pool of 4s. I want 1 4 and 1 1 that are both really powerful. Literally, you know, powerful. Spider is not exactly the Valhalla card, I guess. Valhalla's gonna go off before Bifrost. They're not gonna get another Spider. This is a big Venom, which means, you know, a big Null is certainly a possibility. But I need to draw Null. Death Strike doesn't hit anything right now, except Airwalker, which that doesn't help us. So Symbiote Spider-Man is kind of trapped now, which does mean like maybe they have some hard times. I don't think going to 11 makes much sense, right? If I do this, if I come in and destroy with like Carnage, sort of my whole turn, I don't really think it helps to have the Sabretooth down ever, right? I can make better plays potentially next turn with it because I don't know where the power needs to be, you know. Since I'm not destroying it this turn, I think you just always keep it in hand. Death Strike left is a great play actually next turn for the record. So like, you know, you could do Death Strike left, Sabretooth right. That pulls you in a Tuma, which you know, it's, oh, but it will destroy the Death Strike, so it's not that great to be honest. It's kind of great. Well, it could destroy Wolverine if you get lucky, I guess. So they do have more of the spiders now, but you know, it's not that much points. Not that efficient. I guess it really is the well, there's really no reason to play the Death Strike if you can just get the, because I'm not destroying anything. It feels insane though not to at least try to win these spots, right? Like I'm not trying to win mid at all. I guess if you do this, you get a roll on mid, but again, like I'm only going to 10. Atuma, because Atuma will eat the Death Strike unless Wolverine rolls over. If you put the Sabretooth here, you have a 50-50, I guess. You have 15 points. Do you like 15 points better? But then you only cover these in the case of a Wolverine rollout, right? I think there's a world where they play 5 here and 5 here. So it's like, am I actually better off with just like, I think I'm better off with like this, but it feels so weird not to contest mid. I think anyway I do this, it's just garbage. I don't know. Nothing looks good to me. I hate it all. I don't know. I think I need a lucky Wolverine, right? Oh my God. I did not expect Adamantium Infusion. That's at least the right spot for it. What goes with this? It's only 2 power. How big could it be? Oh, I think we're fine. We're fine. Atuma always holds left because he only destroys 1 guy. Of course, Wolverine could roll around too. Wolverine, wherever you go, it doesn't matter. It's fine. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's just like really lucky they didn't have Man Spider, to be honest. I don't know how we got 4 cubes this game because we did not do anything good. Show me Wade Wilson one time in my life. Show me the 2 card pairs that aren't always in hand together as well. That would be sick on top of the Wade Wilson. Ooh, need a Valir. That should chip in a lot of extra stats into our Null, which is nice. I guess we go, do we go ahead and go Venom already? You kind of want to Venom Sabretooth, but it is a little late. You'll be doing that on turn 5. But Venom is really, really good news. Crazy looking Superior Spider-Man, dude. Hellion. Oh, goodness. All right. It's got to be Bucky Venom, but then you got the Atuma problem again, right? That's the issue every time. Like Atuma is going to start eating my guys, which again is really good for Null, but I guess maybe the question is like, can Venom hold anyway? Plus you're going to dump a Sabretooth over there. I mean, Null is crazy big and Atuma is going to make it even bigger. And Atuma might just eat, well, he's actually guaranteed to eat the Winter Soldier here. We know that's happening. But I'll have a Venom, and then I'll be able to replay a Sabretooth. Which I guess that kind of means always for the final turn, I'm going to have max Venom plus Atuma right, which is 15 plus whatever this is, Venom's gonna be. I'm losing track, obviously. 6 here, so 24, 27 power Venom maybe. You're gonna have with 32 and 15, you're gonna have 45 points right at the end of this. That's definitely interesting because they're 33 and Batman's. Oh, I forgot about Angel. Oh, free stats. Free stats. He might eat Angel here instead of Winter Soldier, which would be better because then you could maybe get him to eat Sabretooth again next year. A Sabretooth's not good enough to flip anywhere else, so you definitely just put him right and then you just rip Null over here, you know, wherever. Null Hydra Stomper should be safe. I don't think that's gonna lose, right? I mean, to be fair, like, why go at their best card though? You know what I mean? Like, why go at their best card? Why not go at their worst location, which is gonna be this one probably? Because Sims always moves away. And still moves away too. Like, why challenge? 'Cause I'm never winning. Oh my God! Hit Winter Soldier, please, God. Oh, how many points do they have? 41. We're fine. We're always gonna have 47, no matter what. It's fine. Null's getting crazy big. Oh, and Batman's moving away as well. So we're at 100%. A million points, fine. Yes, a million points, fine. How do we get to 32 on the Venom? I thought he said it was gonna be. Oh, I said that. 27 plus 2 is 32. Yeah. I thought 35 came up or 45 came up, but it's right. Easy win, dude. Easy win. Wade chilling in the deck again. Every time I win a game, Wade's nowhere to be seen.